everyone, it's Kristie with AG Takes Over. Glad you're here. Um, I'm doing something so silly with my hair right now, but you can't even see it. I, I tried putting some curls in it, which just looked ridiculous, and then I was like, but I do want to film, so it's just in a ponytail, like an inch of a ponytail. Anyway, um, because because you can't appreciate the silly because you're not going to really see it, I had to show you. I'm doing a video that is, obviously, you know, by the title, the Janie and Jack haul, a review. I wasn't going to do a review of this because, again, if you're not like the first one to do these videos, they're not going to be watched as much. And I felt very like, about this. I think that the whole release is cute, elegant, sophisticated, nice. I think I'm just like bitter that these have become the only mix and match releases we get. Like, I want a summer and spring mix and match. I want fall colors and fall looks, and I'm just annoyed that we're only like we've lost the opportunity to get shorts in a mix and match set because they have gone down to like once a year, just holiday slash winter stuff. And I just want more than that. So these are fine, but I feel like we get similar stuff every year and we're starting to get a really big collection of this kind of clothing. I want some other things in a mix and match again. Like, bring that back. So I wasn't planning on doing it. When the release was leaked, I took a look at it and I said, I want that dress. And that was really it. And it's not because I disliked anything else. It was just the only thing I felt strongly enough that I was like, I definitely want that. The main reason that I decided to go ahead and do a video is because I want to talk to you about this cup. Yes, I guess it felt weird to make a whole video just about a cup, but that is the focus of this. So I'm going to kind of go quickly through, and in fact, probably check the description. I might have a timestamp of if you're not interested in seeing all the clothing items and you just want to find out my thoughts on this cup, you can skip to that. But let me start with the clothing items. So my wife got almost all of it. I bought one dress. She got most of the rest except for the furry things because they really feel like this is the same as last year and 2 years ago. And what is it adding? So, I mean, if you missed last year's or 2 years ago, great. But if you've been collecting for a while and you purchased any of those previous ones, you might be like, do I really need another white fur thing on the top for my doll? Like, I have them. So this one is called the Holiday Rose Skirt. And this might be one of my least favorites. But I will say it feels lovely, and people have pointed that out. This doesn't feel stiff. It's like super gauzy, soft, very lovely feeling. The embroidery is really nice. Nice, soft, satiny, not like stiff material underneath. Having it be fully lined. I think this is a nice skirt, like not my favorite, but nice. And by the way, my wife was like on it, wanting to take pictures as soon as we got this order in. So I'll be sporadically just putting in some pictures so you can see them on dolls. There are 2 dolls here still dressed in some of the items, so that's how I'm going to show those to you. But the ones that she's already removed, I'm just going to show you those in photo form. And they didn't release any kind of masculine slash boy outfit this year, which always annoys me because you don't do it through the whole freaking year anyway. Why do you make these boy dolls and not make clothes for them? But we do have some pictures of last year's outfit, and it matches pretty well. So I'll put those pictures up too, so you can be the judge and decide whether you want to try to get that outfit, or if you have it, just so you know how it looks with this release. So here's this. And then here's the one item that I said I wanted, which was the so creatively named Holiday Plaid Dress. I wish they would like at least name them with the year, like Holiday Plaid Dress 2024. Also, side note, quick plug for the fact that Maple Leaf is so genius. Their label, it's interesting, this one actually says Janie and Jack on there, the collab, which is helpful. But the Maple Leaf label would say the exact name of the outfit and the product number. I would love for AG to do that. When you look at something and you're like, I don't know what this goes to, imagine just being able to look inside at the label and go, oh, it comes from the blah, 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 blah outfit. It would be amazing. It would be amazing. So, mostly what they've given us every single year is plaid for holiday, like for the last several years. But this one is pink and kind of a maroon color. It is red, but it's not like red. I feel like it's different enough, and I like the cut of this. I like the little addition of some black velvet. I like this, and it doesn't scream um, must only be used around Christmas time or for winter. I could easily see this for Valentine's Day, right? If you style it correctly. So that's the one that I got. Well, she went halves on it because she was like, I want it to be mine also. But that's the only one that I picked. The rest of this is all her. So this one is the Rose Fair Isle sweater. And the nicest way that I have seen this styled, or the way that I liked the best, somebody on Instagram had it on Yvette, and they had her in jeans and this, and like little red flats. And I thought that looked really nice because it made it a little more casual. And I wanted to see this like feel a little more versatile than I was always seeing it with skirts, with skirts, with skirts. And I was like, oh, it's nice to just see it with jeans. I think, just lounging around your house in jeans and a sweater feels more realistic for a lot of us. And also, obviously, it can be, dressed up. I think that the fact that these are nods to the historical characters is really cute. I see people like geeking out over it. A lot of people like it. I think it was smart. I have no complaints about it other than why is it all we're getting? Just give me some spring mix and match. And my wife had the complaint of, how come only one pair of shoes? I wanted a second pair of shoes. I also feel like I'm getting sick of seeing the exact same shoe design 3 years in a row, 4 years. I don't know how many years this has been the shoe design. But like the pointed toe, the little heel, the crisscross straps. Yeah, it's cute, but I want some different design in my shoes. I know there's got to be more they can do. But I will let you see them on. They're easy enough to get on. They are cute. These, given that they have black and pink and red, are going to be less versatile. They've had some in the past that are like all red or, all like pink sparkles or something. I think these are going to be harder to use with sets outside of this collection. Not that you can't do it. It'll just be a little bit more challenging. So she is wearing 2 more pieces of it in addition to the shoes. The shoes, by the way, are called the Holiday Rose Ballet Flats, which last year's shoes could have been called the same thing because they were red with little red roses on the top. So they would have been Holiday Rose Ballet Flats, but they must have called them something else. This is the Holiday Plaid Skirt. Again, I wish that the names were like more distinct. So 3 years from now, we could remember what it's called. And this is the Wrapped in Bows top. That is a more creative name. All right, so the Wrapped in Bows top. Velvet on lace on cotton with little ruffled sleeves. The fit is nice. I think it's cute. I think people are probably going to eat this up, especially with all of the coquette combinations that you could create with this. Jeans, shorts, plain skirts, you name it. It's a versatile shirt. You've got, light pink, darker pink, brighter red, more muted red, blacks, grays, so many colors that you could pull from here to make different outfits. So I think you'll get a lot of use out of it. I do want to try to point out what some people have been talking about, that they seem to be moving away from the little plastic tag and going for this. And it's not on everything, right? So as far as I can tell, it's not on the sweater at all. I don't see it on the sweatshirt, so it's going to be hard to know. Oh no, it is on the sweatshirt. There you go. So they're trying to do it so it blends in. I know some people are going to be like, still, I don't want a random star there. Any way that they tag it, there are going to be some complaints. With the plastic tag, you could cut it off if you didn't like it, but then you might have hole marks in your fabric. With this, it's smaller, but there's no getting rid of it. I at least appreciate that they're not making all of them red. That would be a real problem. I just found it on here. It's on the sleeve. And that's pretty obvious. You know, they could have gone with black and it would have blended in, but they did it red. So I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see how people feel about it. But yeah, it's on, seems to be on most of the clothes. And then I forget what the dress outfit is called because I left the box upstairs, but you probably know. And if not, it's on the website right now. You can go find out. Headband, I think came with it. I don't know. This also looks like last year's headband, so maybe it didn't come with it. Little purse is cute. It's not really long enough to be a crossbody purse, so I don't mind the fact that it doesn't have a Velcro thing. For the ones that can be crossbody, I really like the Velcro on one side so that if you have a doll with bigger hair, you don't have to put it over her head. But for this, I don't care one way or the other because it's not long enough to be crossbody. So who cares? Here's the star, if you're wondering where it is. Some of these really do blend in. So I think it's an interesting, I don't know, I'm interested to see what people think in the comments. Do you prefer this? Do you prefer a cloth tag that's bigger like the Our Generation? Or do you prefer the little plastic discs? I think that this is kind of interesting. It's not a bow. It just goes through a loop. Like the belt just goes through there and then comes back out. Velcro. It feels nice. There's no lining at all. Doesn't matter to me, but just so you know. And her little flats. Nothing, you know, the flats aren't original. Last year's flats would probably go with it just fine, but I think they're cute. I think you'll get use out of it. Yes, it very much reminds me of Samantha's cranberry Christmas dress. I don't know if that's the nod that they were going for. I forget. I haven't kept these all separate in my head, but there we go. Quickish review of the clothing. I mean, quickish given that it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. Well, one full outfit and 6 other pieces. But let me talk to you about this cup, okay? I was excited about this cup. I am not a person who has like 18 Stanley cups. I don't have any of them. I don't typically have these giant, big as my head mugs. I have a couple that are a little bit smaller than this that, you know, just look like that. They don't start small and then get bigger up here. They don't have giant handles. They're just regular cups. But yeah, this is a style I didn't have. And I was like, I love that it has a design here. So if you're right-handed, that's what people are going to see more of. And if you're left-handed, this is what people are going to see more of. But that there's a design on both sides I liked. And it's $30. So I was like, well, I am well below budget. I think that that's kind of crazy. But also, I think that these cups are kind of crazy priced. We'll see. So some pros. It's got water in it right now. I have filled this thing up and set it on the side and it doesn't drip. I have put like drink powder or fiber powder in and filled it up and gone, and it didn't splash anywhere. I'm not going to do it right now, but I will tell you that if you turn your cup upside down and shake, or just turn it upside down, it will spill out. And what the heck, it's just water. See, some water came out. That was really cold. So in terms of spill, pretty good. In terms of durability, I've already messed mine up. So I was getting my kid out of her car seat and I put it on the top and it doesn't have any grip. I have some cups that have a little bit of rubber here, so they have grip and they stay on the car pretty easily, even though the car hood is at an angle, or the car top is at an angle. this just slid right off and it fell onto the driveway. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but it got scratched up here. And I'll show you pictures of what it looked like immediately after right here. But it got scratched up. You can still see it here. Let me see if I can get that to show right there. And I was a little bit disappointed that after one tumble, hold on, there. After one tumble from the height of a car onto an asphalt surface, it scraped through the paint. Like I can see the metal there. It was black, like the asphalt black was all over it, as you saw in the picture. I took a magic eraser and a sponge, and between the two of those was able to get all the discoloration off, but I can still see all the way through the metal. And I was like, that was one scratch. I had the thing for like 4 days and I scratched it up. It has a little bit of, you know, scuffing here. And then there's another spot. You're probably not going to be able to see it, but there's a rough spot right here. Maybe you can see it. I don't know. So yeah, I wasn't terribly impressed by how that held up. There are screws that are visible here. Doesn't bother me, just wanted to show you. But there are 2 really big reasons that I don't recommend this cup. I'm going to use it because I paid $30 and I've already scratched it up, so what can I do? And I'm going to record this. If you can't hear it, I will do like I'll stick in a video clip of just you getting to listen on a better microphone. Listen to this. Can you hear that? It makes a plunk sound. I took several gulps. Let's just take one. It still makes a soft plunk sound after one drink. Oh my God, brain freeze. Okay, so I forgot. One really strong pro is it keeps ice cold water ice cold. I can hear ice in there. I put it in yesterday at 12:30. It is about 12 now, so that's 24 hours later. The ice is still ice. So it will keep your ice water cold. But if you're at a quiet meeting or you're just sitting there reading and you take a sip and every single time you hear a sploosh because the water that got sucked up now like plunks down. And if you take multiple, if you're like, I am thirsty and it's not ice water, just regular temperature water so your brain doesn't freeze. If you're like, I am thirsty, and you take gulp, 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 you start feeling the pressure, like the suction pulling on your tongue as you're drinking. And then when you finally let go, it's like, a friend of ours came over the weekend and I said, are you going to get this? And she said, I have it in my cart. And I said, hold on, listen. Will that bother you? And she said, I'll take it out of my cart right now. It's like, no, I have too many of those cups that don't do that to buy one that will. I was just trying to get to the threshold for free shipping, but I'll get something else. Then, and she doesn't even know this yet, I wanted to do some testing. I was like, all right, well, I've turned it on its side. I accidentally tested its durability by dropping it off the car. And it's like stick proof. And I've shaken it. I've done all these things. I'm trying to be able to give you a thorough review. So I wanted to see how long does it keep hot liquids hot. I read the little insert that came with it, and I'll just put a picture of it up here so you can see. Didn't say anything about like don't have hot drinks in it. So, and it's an insulated tumbler. Like I've always put hot drinks in things like this. I want to pause here so you can watch what happened when I poured my coffee in it and put the lid on. that's a problem. I went back on their website to see anywhere does it say this is made for cold beverages only. It does not. It does not say it on the packaging. It does not say it on the website. If I'm missing something, let me know. But what the crap? Like a $30 cup should not slide off the card quite that easily. It should have some little rubber ring here to give it a little extra grip. It should not get that damaged that badly from one little drop. But most importantly, it shouldn't be loud and make a big sploshing sound every single time I take a drink. And it should not spew hot liquid out like seemingly endlessly. I think don't spit hot liquids at me and don't make loud noises that are, distracting to people. Seem like two small asks. It's just a cup. Like, it's not new technology. We've known how to make cups that don't do this for a while. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has put hot drinks in theirs and what their experience has been. I do know the splooshing thing is not unique to my cup. It's not a defect because somebody else told me that theirs did it, or told my wife, and she told me that theirs did it. And that's why I was like, ooh, I'm going to test this out before I do the video. So there you go. That's my whatever feelings on the collection. Cool. And my stronger feelings on this cup, which is a real disappointment because it's fun. It's cute. I'm going to keep using it, but only for cold drinks. And I guess I'll just drink around people who don't mind every few seconds. Fun. All right. Take care. Let me know what you got, what you're getting, if this changes your mind, and if you have any other questions about it that I might be able to answer and put in a community post. Take care.